Abiy Ahmed's propaganda machine, a regime running out of lies, the waning power of deception. It has become painfully clear that Abiy Ahmed's government and its state-sponsored media army no longer hold sway over the Ethiopian people. The once potent propaganda apparatus, relentlessly churning out narratives of unity, reform, and progress, has lost its sting. What used to manipulate, confuse, and divide has now been exposed as shallow theater. The tide of public opinion has turned, and the people, once hopeful, now see through the regime's empty promises. Yet, despite this collapse in credibility, Abiy and his security state are not standing idle. In a desperate attempt to maintain their grip on power, they are pushing three central national issues as propaganda lifelines: the National Dialogue Commission, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, GERD, and the 2018 EC election. Each, when examined closely, is less about serving the Ethiopian people and more about rescuing a crumbling regime from the weight of its own failures. Today, Ethiopia stands at a crossroads. The mask of propaganda that once promised peace, unity, and reform has finally slipped. Abiy Ahmed's government, once celebrated as a source of hope, has revealed itself as a regime of deception, brutality, and empty theater. Now, it is too late for the state-sponsored propaganda machine to reverse the tide of public opinion. The people are disillusioned. They see the truth. Promises of reform have become cycles of war, repression, and ethnic cleansing. Yet still, Abiy Ahmed clings to three propaganda lifelines, three so-called national issues meant to distract, to confuse, and to buy time. The National Dialogue Commission, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, and the upcoming 2018 EC election. The false dialogue, the so-called National Dialogue Commission, is no bridge to peace. It is a stage-managed show, staffed with hand-picked loyalists, built not to reconcile but to silence. Compare it to South Africa's Truth and Reconciliation Commission. That process empowered victims, included all voices, and operated independently. The Ethiopian body? Controlled by a regime credibly accused of genocide and ethnic cleansing. Key opposition groups are excluded. Victims are silenced. The commission is nothing but a smokescreen. The Ethiopian diaspora sees through it. They know this is not dialogue. It is deception. The Dam of Tears. Next comes the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, the so-called symbol of unity. Every milestone, every photo op is staged as proof of progress. We are told to believe Abiy's tears by the dam, as though they represent patriotism. But these are crocodile tears. This is the same man who showed no compassion when thousands were massacred in Walega, who ignored the cries of displaced families rotting in camps, who responded coldly, "The trees I plant today will provide shade for their graves." The GERD should have united Ethiopia. Instead, it has been weaponized, just as Meles Zenawi once did, not for national development, but for ethnic engineering and territorial control. The bloodshed in Metakel, targeting Amhara, Agu, and Gumuz communities, is directly tied to the dam's location. Once again, a project that should symbolize prosperity has been turned into a tool of division. The Sham election, and finally, the upcoming 2018 EC election. Presented as democracy, but built on repression. Opposition silenced, leaders jailed. Fear as the only campaign. The story's media will declare it a celebration of democracy. Another illusion for international audiences, while the reality is blood, displacement, and censorship. The collapse of propaganda. Slow Abiy Ahmed's government survives not on truth, but on spectacle. Tree planting ceremonies while massacres rage, staged commissions abroad while prisons overflow. Tears beside a dam while millions suffer without food, shelter, or security. But propaganda cannot mask reality forever. The Ethiopian people are no longer blind. They know the national dialogue is a facade. They know the GERD has been turned into an ethnic weapon. They know the election is a sham. But Abiy Ahmed promised peace, but delivered war. He promised unity, but delivered division. He promised democracy, but delivered repression. No staged tears, no fake dialogue. No propaganda campaign can erase the atrocities committed under this regime. The truth is clear. A government that survives only on lies is already dead in the eyes of its people. And Ethiopia will not be deceived forever.